getting our mindsets and lives ready for the new year. And before you think, oh my gosh, can I finish this year? Because that's me. Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I hope you love it and you stay. I'm Shenika, the host, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about getting our mindsets and lives ready for the new year. And before you think, oh my gosh, can I finish this year? Because that's me. I'm the type, it's like before Thanksgiving they are putting out Christmas stuff and it's like, can we just get through the year? Can I get through Thanksgiving so that I can be in Christmas? Can I experience each holiday and each day? But this is something you're not going to want to be lightly of. I say that to say, from previous things, just from myself, maybe starting out a little later sometimes has you rushed, or when the holidays do get going, sometimes you may forget to do these things. So just to get your mind in the process of thinking about what's next, thinking about the new year, getting excited about the new year, getting excited about our dream lives. So how to start fresh with a new year. This is going to be all about self-care and just tips about getting our minds ready to manifest everything that we want in life, because it's of course possible. If you haven't checked out my last video on psycho-cybernetics, go back. It talks about understanding who you are, getting your ideal self-image, and then living that, and how every day the thoughts that we think about today is pretty much the pavement or the road to our life. So what are you thinking about today? What are you obsessing about? What thoughts consistently run through your head? So it gives a couple different tips and tricks on how to put your self-image in together, because that is the starting point to your success. Okay, so let's talk about lifestyle practical tips. Like me, I've started to do a cleanse from clothing to shoes. I have a storage, so I went in and I cleaned and organized my storage. Believe it or not, organizing and cleaning your space gives you more life. And it's just that simple. I went through and I had a garbage bag of clothes, and I even looked at my storage I was in. I said to myself, even when I get ready to move these things out, I'm gonna throw a lot of the things away. So just take the time to clean your space, organize your space. You will not believe how good it makes you feel. In the future, I'll be doing some organizing videos because I love organizing. Like, it's to the point that it doesn't feel like work to me. It doesn't feel like I have to do this. So I encourage you to clean, organize, dust, clear off that desk. Take that stack of papers that you've been looking at for the last month or so and just go through them. Throw it out. So when the new year comes around, when Christmas comes around, when family, when all the office parties and everything comes around, you've already started to do these things. So when January 1st hit, when the new year hits, you have a new energy, you have a new feel, and you've already done it. It'll just be maintenance from that point. Okay. So books. If you haven't noticed already, this channel is going to be a lot about books and better and educating ourselves, because we only learn from a few ways, right? We learn from our environment and the people that are around. We learn from books, which is typically learning from other people's lifestyles and other people's 20-year journey. And we learn from reading, right? Reading books and taking classes. All of it kind of goes into new information. So if you think about it, if you want to be a better person, you have to absorb information somehow. And I know people do it from videos like this, or videos that'll be coming from the books that I've read, and from social media and just everything. Like, we learn through life. But to have a tailored learning experience, I believe books really work hand in hand to changing your life. There's some things that I read and I'm like, this should be common knowledge. And sometimes we know. We already know these things, but to read it in a book, to get examples, to get someone to structure it, and to get someone to give you practical tips and tricks to really change your life, it's amazing. Like that's the sure way of being who you want to be in a year, a month, 5, 10 years. So pick some books. I'm actually going to start the series and I'm going to release like a calendar for some books to read next year. I did that this year, and I must say I didn't get a chance to read as many books that I wanted to read, but I did get through a lot of them. And honestly, I feel as though for me what happened is that there were books that I really wanted to absorb, so I read them over and over. There was a couple different books because I felt like these things and these principles, if I could get them deep down inside and embed them into my beliefs and who I really am, I believe that they really are going to change my life. But having an outlook of, I want to read a book a month, I want to read a book or 2 books a month, or 3 books a month, whatever that may be, to have a goal, it's better to have no goal. Because when you have no goal, 9 times out of 10 you're not going to get through it. But if you have some goal, you might not do the whole thing, but you would have done more than if you had no goal at all. So get a book plan. I recommend a couple different books if you're just starting out, especially as you can see, this channel is kind of geared towards self-help, motivational, change your life type of stuff, not necessarily the fiction books, which is fine. Like I think some of those books are cool. Like you learn and you fall in love with the characters. Like they're amazing. But books that will change your life and change your mental states and change who you are and change how you see yourself. A couple different books that I started out with, just from my opinion. The 4 Agreements. I'm definitely gonna do a video on that book because the 4 Agreements is such an amazing book, to the point that I find myself coming across so many different situations that the 4 Agreements can help you in. So that's a good one, I would say, if you're starting out with just understanding yourself, trying to figure out the world around you, or if things aren't going your way, if things are not looking the way you, and even if it is, like, why not? So the 4 Agreements is definitely one. The Psycho-Cybernetics, which is the one that I did like a little short snippet of. I do want to do a fuller video of that one because that book has so much information and so much meat in it. I definitely think it's worth doing a really deep, in-depth video on. Another book that's kind of a little, it's a little more complex. The 12 Rules of Life, that's by Jordan Peterson. I'm actually doing a podcast or book podcast with that with my brother. If you want to check that out, it is so much good information and it's so in depth. He's a I want to say he's a psychologist or a psychiatrist, I don't remember, but he goes into the mind and how people think, and it's just a really good book. But that one is a little complex. The 4 Agreements is a really easy read. I would say that would be a really good book to start out with just for the new year. Out of This World by Neville Goddard is an amazing book. I'm going to link some of the books in the bottom of the caption because I just think they're definitely worth it. So if you're thinking about getting a calendar book, or if you've been thinking about reading more, hopefully you'll come back and we'll actually have these sessions together and we can kind of have a little open dialogue about them. If you have some books that you want me to review, make sure you put them in the comments. We'll put a list together, and of course we can add and change and all that as the time goes on. Motivation. So having motivation and just having a good just a feel about the new year. And I say that to say I've actually been reading another book. Well, this actually was in psycho-cybernetics as well, but it talks about we control our happiness as much as we may think that we don't, and we think that it's circumstantial. If you get up every day and say that you're going to be happy, it may not happen the day of, it may not happen the next day, but the open or the running dialogue that we have in our head about who we are, how we feel, is so important to everyday life. So I have been writing things down, getting myself so excited about things that I'm expecting to do next year, and how I expect my life to be and look next year. I encourage you to do the same, just to get yourself excited about new things and new feelings and vibes, which comes all the way back full circles from the beginning of getting our lifestyles organized, and getting a clear picture of where we want to be the next 5 months, 6 months, 12 months, 5 years down the line. Okay, another thing that for me definitely it gets me excited is clothes. Now, I actually recently did, like, even from the Black Friday sale, I went in and got some sales, got some new things, new pieces that I'm super excited about, just to wear, and to just to wear just at home, and to wear wherever you dominantly be, whether it's out with your friends or at home, or like I work from home, so of course my work clothes is comfy. But yeah, workout clothes, I've recently done that. Get pieces that you're excited about, because how you feel on the outside, of course the inside is everything, but the outside always just adds that little cherry to the top of the sundae. Who doesn't want that cherry? I love that cherry. Hopefully, well, whatever that may be for you, it might be whipped cream, it might be the chocolate syrup. Just think about your wardrobe as being that, and it doesn't take a lot. You don't have to go out and break the bank. I have found really good pieces from Target. Fashion Nova is a really cute little website that you can go on. I'm pretty sure everyone knows about that. I just am selective everywhere I go. Even if I buy cheap items, I'm selective about the material of the actual product, because that says everything. I think sometimes people don't know that, but if you get something that's a cheap material, it's gonna look cheap. For instance, I recently bought, which I was not buying, Lululemon tights for $100. Now, I was able to go on their website Black Friday, and I was like, let me just see what everyone's been talking about. Let me tell you, that's some good material that makes you just want to just be in it all day. So I've actually found some dupes on Amazon. Now, they are nice, but I don't know what is in their material, but I love it. So even just finding dupes and different things, the materials of the clothes, if it makes your body look good, that's another thing. Understanding your body. Fashion is supposed to enhance what you already have. I mean, all of us are beautiful, size, shape, whatever that may be. But just pay attention to how that makes your body look and how it makes you feel, because that's going to be everything. Something that's too tight, something that's too loose, it can, no matter who it's made by, can alter everything. I'll definitely do some more fashion videos, because I love clothes. I love doing the try on hauls. One of my friends told me, she was like, hey, if you do something, I will wear everything that you wear. And that really made me feel like, oh. So eventually I'll get to doing some of the fashion try on hauls, or just things that I do to put pieces together. If I buy an expensive shirt, I may have on a cheap pair of jeans. The whole outfit looks like I paid real good money for it. So just a couple different tips and tricks to sum up this video. Let's declutter our space. Let's get organized. Let's start the new year off with a clean, clear energy that we can be proud of, and that is going to make us feel good on the inside out. Books. Let's educate ourselves. Let's be more savvy with our money and our minds and our relationships and how we present to the world and people, because it means everything. So, and the only way we can change is by learning something new. If you continue to learn the same things, if you continue to be around the same people, you're going to stay the same. If you want to have different outcomes, you have to do different I just had a blank. If you want different outcomes, you have to do different things. So let's get our book list going. After we've decluttered our space, because we need space to put those books, whether you're doing it on your iPad, declutter that. I recently went through and deleted old pictures and documents and everything from my computer. Those things matter. So when you get on your computer, you get on your iPad, it's not lagging, it's not dragging, it's not frustrating you. It's just those little bitty things that really do help change. And lastly, let's get us some pieces that we're proud of wearing. Let's get us some little matching sets. I love a good matching set. And one thing I will say is to really, even just from the last video, understand who you are, understand what you like. Like for me, I am not the sports bra tights girl because I don't really like just randomly showing my body, but that's just me. And that has nothing to do with overweight, underweight, whatever that may be. So understand you, and just because it's a trend doesn't mean you have to follow it, because honestly I feel as though the people who don't necessarily follow trends, those are the people who are setting the trends. Those are the people who look like themselves and look comfortable when they're out in the world. So to sum this up, let's get ready for the new year. Let's get started with new goals, new outlooks, to be our new selves. Until next time, sunshines, stay beautiful.